Welcome back to Halftime Team Talk with me, Jamal, and LeBron. It is 4 days away from the start of the Premier League, and we have a match on Friday which kicks it off, which is, of course, is Liverpool versus Norwich. Welcome back, Norwich, to the Premier League. What we are going to do today is look at our predictions for the season, such as who will be the top 10, who will be the first manager to be fired, who is going to win the Golden Boot, who will win the Golden Glove, as well as the Playmaker of the season. This should be very interesting as me and LeBron seldom agree on things. You can comment below with your predictions as well and we will reply. You can reach us on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Twitter at Halftime Team Talk. So Laurent, drum roll please. Can you give us your top 5 as well as the 3 teams you believe will be relegated this season?
It would be Liverpool first, then City, Tottenham, Man United, then Arsenal. Right? The 3 teams that will got to get relegated, mostly it will be Sheffield United for sure.
Yeah.
Probably Brighton.
Yeah.
Alright? And Southampton.
Yeah.
Right, because Southampton can show a little trouble now, right? And they barely was in Premier League last season. Right? They barely make it, like barely put their head above water. Right? And this season in the Premier League can be a lot tougher. Right?
Yeah.
So those are my predictions for in terms of standings for the new season.
I don't know if you were talking about the Women's Premier League or if we're talking about the Under-21s Premier League, but you surely can't mean the Men's Premier League because I don't see how Liverpool is going to come first. I really don't see it, especially not against this dominant City side. My top 5 are City to come first and do the triple, Liverpool to suffer in second, and Spurs in third, Arsenal in 4th, and unfortunately, I had wanted to put Man U a little lower down, but the other teams below were a little too good. So maybe I would put Man United in 5th, or depending on how Wolves play, they might take 5th. But I think this season the battle that everyone is going to see is between Man U and Wolves for 5th place. The teams that I have to get relegated for sure are Sheffield United, and on that one me and you agree strongly. I just don't see that any investment has taken place in Sheffield United that would allow them to stay up, and I don't see the kind of thirst and aggression in their side like what Wolves had last season. I have Southampton as well to go down. I think Southampton for far too long has been the shopping cart for Liverpool. I think they've sold a number of good players to Liverpool, and the return on that it has been a weakening of their side. And unfortunately for Brighton, agreeing with you again, I have Brighton to go down. And that is primarily because, as LeBron said, Brighton barely stood up last season. And when I was thinking about the 3 teams to go down, I was looking at Brighton or Newcastle. And the reason why I put Newcastle in that mix is because of the whole issues with the sale of the club. Is it going to be sold? Is it not going to be sold? Mike Ashley has said he's not putting any more money into the club. Then you had Jose Perez, their striker, leaving. And of course, Rafa Benitez has left Newcastle. So when you put these things, I can see it, depending on how the season progresses, the 3 to go for the 2 that will go for sure are Sheffield United and Southampton, and then they might battle between Brighton and Newcastle for that 3rd spot.
As well, as we said, the first manager sacking for the new season.
Yes.
Well, I believe Lampard will get first.
Wow. Wow.
because
Super Frank.
I don't believe Lampard got the skills to be a manager. And what I also like to know is what the Chelsea fans think about what I just said about Lampard not being able to be a manager to me. Because to me, he ain't a manager. That's the honest truth. He was a good midfielder, but being a manager now is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You understand? And I don't see he got that drive and that. It's like you could tell a good manager, right? As a football fan, you could just look at and tell you, well, look, this man like a good manager. To be honest, I believe John Terry would have done a better job. Right?
Yeah.
That's the honest truth. I believe John Terry would have done a better job. He's a more aggressive man, right? But he probably, and I tell myself, if Mayu don't do good, Solskjaer gone for sure. Cause that man ain't playing. Mayu want outdo City. Right? No City outdo Mayu, and Mayu don't like it. Mayu believe that them is the king of Manchester and not City. You understand? So if Solskjaer ain't step up to this play, he gone for sure too.
I think last season when Solskjaer came in as the holding manager or the person who was the caretaker manager, you saw a rebound in Manu. And like as almost before the ink could dry on his permanent contract, Manu just went downhill.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not surprised, of course, because it's just Manu. But I believe that there's a lot of pressure on Oli right now to bring Man United back to the heights that it used to be about a good 5-10 years ago. And I believe that that's a lot of pressure for someone whose managerial experience isn't that great. And given the investment that they just made into the world's most expensive, well, what to call him? I would have to say that Harry Maguire is the world's most expensive kick model. Because I can't say that he's the world's most expensive defender. Because if you want to tell me that Harry Maguire is better than Van Dijk, then I don't know. I just don't know. I just don't know where they found the money for that ridiculous deal. So he could only be a kit model. So, given the investment in Maguire, in Wan-Bissaka, in James, if it is that Man U doesn't perform and Pogba doesn't exemplify what he's supposed to represent as an expensive player and not just midfield dynamo, Solskjaer will be sacked. I'm also looking at Silva at Everton because Everton right now are dishing out a lot of money and they're trying to be really aggressive in the transfer market and they're also trying to be very competitive in the league. And if this doesn't work out, much like how they got rid of Coleman when he wasn't producing, I really believe that they will get rid of Marco Silva as well. As you have mentioned, Frank Lampard, I am not a big fan of him as a manager. If you look at Thierry Henry was the assistant manager for Belgium for a while. And he was, to me, he was a better player than Lampard ever could be, or ever was. And he didn't do well as a manager. I mean, yes, Lampard did well at Derby, but Derby is a Premier League team. The pressures of being a Premier League team are the same as being a Championship team. And even though he's been a player, being a player doesn't make you a good manager, and being a good manager doesn't mean you have to be a good player because Jose Mourinho wasn't a player, and he is the special one. So
if Lampard right, get Chelsea in the top 5 in the Premier League, right, I will rate him a top manager after that. Because to do this with this team that he got, because to be always see it, losing Hazard is a major blow for Chelsea. To me, Hazard is good at really keeping these men alive. Right? And you sell Hazard, you best play the man that keep him one up in there. If it wasn't for Hazard last season, I think Chelsea they came third.
If Frank Lampard can get Chelsea in the top 5, I will publicly put on a Man U shirt and sing Glory, Glory, Man United.
Alright, continuing on. The next thing we will touch base on right now is the Golden Boot. Like who you all guys feel will get Golden Boot next season. If you all guys have your own predictions, remember, you can comment below.
Yeah.
Right? Or you can comment on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram.
Yeah.
Right? My Golden Boot for next season is most likely more solid. They might proving worth for sure. But when they can't conclude the Kings of England, which is Harry Kane and Kun Aguero, these men prolific in what they do.
Yeah.
Don't get twisted. These men is men that is lost, is missed 2 months of the season.
Yep.
And men has got a 10-goal lead on these men. And these men is cash back these men.
These are guys that can put in 5 goals in one game. That have put in 5 goals in one game. Yeah.
These men great. So I do not count out Harry Kane nor Kun Aguero. If you get a prediction for Golden Boot in England, you have to put it toward these men. These men is proven season after season consistency.
But your winner is?
My winner is Mo Salah.
Mo Salah, alright.
Right.
I have Aubameyang for Golden Boot. And the reason being is that things have changed at City. Once upon a time, it was the striker up front and he was the person that would fire in the goals. Right now, the goals come from any of the forward playing players. And I don't see Aguero as having that service right now to be that prolific of a goal scorer that would win Golden Boot. And I don't think that he's one to expect him, simply because the goals come in from various players. We score a lot of goals, but they come from various players. It's not like Tottenham where the goals go through the striker, which is Harry Kane. So in a team like Spurs, where they pass the ball to the main striker, you will see that coming through every year. This person being up front and scoring a lot of goals and winning the Golden Boot. Me personally, though, the reason why I have Aubameyang for Golden Boot is because Arsenal play to his strengths as a player, and I think that in that environment, he will score a lot of goals. Of course, they are going to be playing in Europa League, and that might be the only distraction really. But I can foresee Aubameyang winning the Golden Boot. This being his second year in the Premier League.
Well, the thing again, I can touch base with the City thing, right? I don't understand what you're saying, which is true, because Bernardo Silva score goals, Raheem Sterling score goals,
a lot,
right? But this is the thing I got right here, right? Aguero still outscored enemy.
Yes.
In terms of the end of the season. Right?
Yeah, because he is a goal scorer. I've seen Raheem Sterling get himself into positions where, I ask myself, how come he didn't score that goal? And then it comes back to the fact that he's not a striker. Yeah. He is a winger. He's a midfielder. Even like in the Community Shield yesterday, he had a 1v1 with Alisson and completely wasted it.
He ain't good on one-on-one though.
Right?
I can test so, you see when it comes to a one-on-one with a goalkeeper, most likely Raheem Sterling gonna miss this shot.
Yeah, he flips it yesterday. Yeah, he can.
But that's the honest truth. Raheem Sterling will score difficult shots hit right easily. A ball swinging and he keeps running his space.
Yeah.
That's a goal. Yeah. Right? He's worked with GPS. Right?
But he has improved though.
Yeah.
He has improved because
listen to me.
When he first came from Liverpool,
listen to me, right?
All he could do was bring the ball up the pitch with pace.
I had Raheem Sterling day.
Really?
Yeah, I had Raheem Sterling day. He had revived that man. You hear what I'm telling you?
Yeah. I think Pep has done wonders for Raheem Sterling.
I had Raheem Sterling overrated.
Yeah.
Alright, still on the Golden Boot, right? Aubameyang. Right? The thing is for me with Aubameyang, right, is that I ain't saying Aubameyang is not a top player. Because to me, Aubameyang is a top player, right? The only thing is that he's playing for Arsenal. I'm sorry to say this, but I rate Arsenal a crap sleep.
Wow.
That's the honest truth. The reason I say this is because Arsenal just do not step up to the plate at no given time. That's the one thing here about Arsenal. Arsenal is not a foolish club overall, nothing. It's just that I don't know what it is with this team. You understand? Arsenal is get there and fall season after season.
Yeah.
For me, Aubameyang getting after the Golden Boot last season was one of the luckiest things I ever see for Arsenal. in a long time.
I think what happens with Arsenal is that people that were blaming Arsene Wenger for a while for the reason why Arsenal wasn't performing, that his tactics weren't up to date, that football had changed, etc. And now, I mean, United Emery is there and they're still playing the same kind of football, isn't he? There isn't that much change.
The reason for that, right, is that Arsenal wouldn't need to spend money, big man. When I got a record signing for Nicolas Pepe and that was 45 million, this is a record signing for one.
Well,
Other teams' record signing is be hundreds of millions.
well, apparently Man United got 2 players worth of Nicolas Pepe.
Alright.
I still can't
But
believe.
how want to win trophies and then spending money for the club? Alright, so we are moving on. Those were the predictions for the Golden Boot for starting for the new season. Our next prediction we're going for is Golden Glove.
Yes.
Who you feel will win?
Joe Hart.
That's a good one. That is a good one. That is a good one. I got 3 predictions. Right?
Yeah.
To me, it can be either a contest between Alisson Becker, Edison, or De Gea. I don't really see the other clubs really competing. The reason why I put back De Gea in here is because man, you get a better defense.
Yeah.
Right? And De Gea, we don't know this man prolific. Anytime a goalkeeper could be playing for a team and that team won 3-0 and the goalkeeper get man in the match, you got to be great. Got to be. That never happened in the history of football. And the thing is, right, on the year playing for Man U, Rooney scored 2 goals in that game, you know, against Liverpool. But the thing is that the game made like 17 saves in this game. The man stopped 3 on 1 with Sterling.
What I would say to that point is, this comes back to fantasy football. You get points for if your goalkeeper makes saves.
Yeah.
So you have to be very careful about the goalkeeper that you pick. LeBron just mentioned Ederson. Ederson isn't known for his shot stopping. He's known for playing the ball out with his feet. So in terms of fantasy football, that's a tip. De Gea might actually be a better pick than Ederson because De Gea will make saves and you will get the points for saves. Whereas the most that you will get for Ederson is for clean sheets or if he makes assists. For me, I have Alisson to win the Golden Glove. And in my mind, Alisson is a player similar to Ederson and very different from De Gea. But the difference between Alisson and Ederson seems to be that Alisson is a better shot stopper. And I think that's probably the reason why Alisson plays ahead of Ederson in the Brazilian national team.
Those are our predictions for the Golden Glove. If y'all guys have any predictions, as we said before, y'all can comment below. Or
hit us up.
Insta, Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter.
Yeah.
Alright? And let us know you all.
And we will replay.
Right? Our next predictions are moving on is playmaker of the season. To be honest, I might have to give this to Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
The man is practically right now the greatest
fire
midfielder in England.
Right now, Kevin.
No disrespect to David Silva.
Fire.
David Silva is a great. Right? I can't put you in this competition because you is a great. Like you have nothing else to prove to nobody in football. It's like I can understand what you want with that. You give it to the 10 years, great 10 years, bro. I just saw Real make Champions League with it.
He still got this season.
Right.
He still has this season.
I don't know how I'm gonna give it this season. That's the honest truth. Because right now, enough teams step up the game. Not just in England.
Juventus.
It may step up the game.
Juventus is a beast right now.
Right? It may step up the game.
Yeah.
So right now, winning Champions League might be poor this season. Never know. Oh my God, did you find us again?
You know what? I know what. This is the year that Man U is going to be Champions League. Oh yeah. They're not in Champions League.
Man U fans, dog at cool. I'm honestly a supporter, so that's expected. Right? But I got them at the point, as I said, I got them at the point of playmaker this season. The other ones I got up in there is probably Sterling. Firmino, which is a surprising, not as surprising when they said Firmino. Firmino may be a striker, but he missed a lot of goals. I had to ask myself if he is a Frenchman.
Sure. My playmaker has to be Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, I've watched him in preseason. In the game against West Ham, he had a beautiful cross to Sané. Beautiful cross to Sané. And even in the Community Shield, Kevin bossed that first half. He makes plays, he makes runs. He has a cannon of a shot. And I really have him to be the playmaker of the season. He won the first playmaker of the season award 2 years ago, and I think he's going to capture it again this season. Even the person that won it last season, Eden Hazard, had less assists than Kevin did when he won it that first season.
Right, but I give it to De Bruyne because at the end of the day, for me, he's like the best midfielder in the whole Premier League. Right, I call it the jacket. To me, mine is number one. Like honestly, I don't know about Barcelona about this one. No. Yes, moving on. Again, if y'all have any comments on the predictions we said before, y'all guys can comment below or hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter. Like I said, moving on. Right now, we are trying to get predictions for the upcoming fixtures for the Premier League.
The first week of the new Premier League.
First week of the new Premier League, which is like the next 4 days or 5 days or so. Right? The first match we have coming up is Liverpool versus Norwich on Friday at 3 o'clock. My prediction for that match is that Liverpool will beat Norwich.
Yes.
For sure.
I think for sure. I almost feel sorry for Norwich that this is going to be their reintroduction into the Premier League. But it can also be used as an acid test to see like where they stand. I mean, if they go there on Friday evening and they can, hold back Liverpool, and just don't go there and be a doormat and get 5 or 6 goals past them. If they can go there and hold back Liverpool, concede 1 or 2, then you can gauge where they are as a team, honestly. But for sure, I have Liverpool to win that one.
I got Liverpool to win that, yeah. Norwich, I don't see one withstand this Liverpool side. Because this Liverpool side is total bombardment. These men just keep coming and coming and coming. And you're all playing in Anfield, so I know how you can be here.
Yeah.
The next match is Saturday, which is Man City versus West Ham. Again, we don't know who will win this year.
At 7:30.
At 7:30. we don't know who will win this year.
Right.
City can beat these men.
In the preseason, these two teams played. City won, of course. But it might have given West Ham an opportunity to get a feel for the City squad, even though the squad that they would have played in preseason is far different from the actual squad that they may play on Saturday morning. But again, I have City to win this one. I have West Ham maybe to lose by about 2 or 3 goals.
The next match after that is Sheffield United versus Bournemouth at 10. Right? This one here, I will give Bournemouth the edge because Bournemouth played very well. If there's one thing I could tell about Bournemouth, even big sides that have trouble getting by Bournemouth, I know one. Right?
Yeah, I'm also excited to see if the form that players like Wilson, Brooks, Josh King, who else? Nathan Ake. Yeah. The form that they were in last season, it'll be interesting to see if Ryan Wilson, if it transfers into this season as well. So I'm actually excited to see this match just to gauge where Bournemouth are, because I think they had a rough season last season, and I would like to see what their condition is to start this season, for sure. I'm a big fan of Eddie Howe.
I don't think Sheffield United didn't beat them at home, right? But anything goes in EPL, right? The next match is Burnley and Southampton, and that's also at 10, right? Southampton is a good side, right? But Burnley is very dangerous for myself.
Yeah.
Right? So this might be an interesting match. To be honest, I might give Burnley the edge here because of playing home.
Yeah. I would give Burnley the edge depending on who the goalkeeper is. If it is Joe Hart in goal, it might be Southampton's game, honestly.
Okay, moving on. The next match is Crystal Palace versus Everton. No, this will be an interesting match.
That was an interesting match, yes.
Because Everton, to me, boosts the side.
Yeah.
And we all know Crystal Palace play well home.
Yeah.
Be the best home.
But also, you have to factor in that one of their best players last season's, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, has gone to Man U.
It's true.
And one of their other good players, Wilfried Zaha, was trying to get a move to Arsenal, which didn't go through. So we have to see now where the synergy in that squad lines back up. If Crystal Palace is going to be as cohesive as it needs to be, given the absence of Wan-Bissaka, and given that Zaha might be in his feelings about not moving to Arsenal. Also, you have the oldest manager in the Premier League at Crystal Palace. And you're going to have to see if the decision by Crystal Palace board to stay with him was the best decision. Everton, they just brought in Moise Kean from Juventus.
Well, Everton strengthened the side with a couple of Barcelona players. They got Lucas Digne, Yerry Mina, and Angelo Gomez.
Yeah.
Right? And to me, the better outer all in there to me was Yerry Mina. Because I do not know what brought to tell this man. To me, this man was very good defender. This man went World Cup, score goals in World Cup as a defender. This man's a very good player. That's the honest truth. So I couldn't understand what brought to this man. But Everton, to me, they're both to the side.
Yeah.
And they're boy Moise Kean.
Yeah,
the boy Moise Kean.
So you have to see if these improvements have paid off. Because, like I said earlier, Silva could lose his job if they don't. If you look at Fulham last season, Fulham spent a lot of money in pre-season to strengthen the squad and got relegated. And before relegation, had to bring in Claudio Ranieri as manager. So I'm just saying that yes, it's good to strengthen your squad, but you have to see where the rubber hits the road. If these players that you have brought in are cohesive enough to play the system you want and to get the club where you want it to be, because the money moves that Everton have made, they are challenging for top flight. They definitely are.
They're challenging for top flight. Right. So moving on. The next game, which should be at 10 on Saturday as well, is Brighton versus Watford. Right? In this one, it might give Watford the edge. Right?
Me too. Especially how Brighton was struggling at the end of last season. I will give Watford the edge. I think Watford at home are very good. You have Liverpool. You have Troy Deeney on his day. I think, on their day and being at home, Watford are a formidable team. And given the struggles that Brighton had at the end of last season, I don't really give them that much of a hope. So I have Watford to win this encounter.
Just what you say is the reason why you Watford the edge. That's the honest truth. I can't disagree with that. You say that's the main reason why you Watford the edge here. Alright, so moving on again. The very last game for Saturday, there should be Spurs versus Aston Villa. And that's at 12:30. I think Spurs this one for sure. Aston Villa, well, you're not a bad team, right? But you just came out of relegation and you're going up against a Spurs side that did very well last season.
But remember that Spurs don't have Son and they might not have Dele Alli. So you're not going to have a full strength Spurs team.
I still not think enough for Tottenham to beat Aston Villa. That's the other issue. Because at the end of the day, they still got good backup. Because Eric Lamela in farm, Lucas Moura in farm, right?
Harry Kane,
Harry Kane practically be in farm with Jordan Tate, right? And Christian Eriksen still there. For no. We will see what's going on with Christian Eriksen in the next couple of days. But moving on to Sunday now. At 9, it will be Leicester City versus the Wolves. Now this can be a good game.
I think that's going to be a really interesting game.
Because the Wolves is ankle biters.
Wolves turned out to be the surprise team of last season. And I actually have Wolves to come either 5th or 6th this season. Definitely, I think that Wolves are going to give Man U a run for that 5th place. and we have to see how Leicester is going to perform, having gotten rid of Harry Maguire. If the window closing so soon, is it possible for Leicester to bring in a defender to replace Harry Maguire? They're going to have the cash to do it, but are they going to have the player available to make that replacement? Which is going to be a very interesting thing to see.
Yeah, that's true.
But I can expect a very, 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 very hot game. This is going to be an actual packed game between Wolves and Leicester.
It's true. But Leicester got a surprise signing, right? Now, I believe if they mention this man, Leicester, because this man trouble. Leicester was rumored to sign Robbie. Right? And I tell myself I don't think Robbie will get to Leicester City. Like, I don't see it happening. But if that had to happen, right? A lot of people want to watch Leicester City because the man got to remember these men come from out of nowhere with nobodies and one Premier League.
Yeah. So obviously you can't discount Jamie Vardy.
Right.
But the Leicester squad that won that Premier League are gone. N'Golo Kante is gone. Danny Drinkwater is gone. Riyad Mahrez is gone. Maguire is gone. A number of the players that were there are gone. So,
I can be honest with you on this one for Leicester City and Wolves. I got the Wolves to win this one.
Yeah, I have Wolves to win as well. For sure.
Right? But you can't count Leicester City one because Leicester City prove they're a very formidable one.
Yeah, I have it to be a very entertaining match, but for sure I have Wolves to win.
Another entertaining match on Sunday as well. Is that 9 as well?
Yeah, 9 as well.
At 9 as well. Is Newcastle versus Arsenal.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I say this is an entertaining match, right, is because Arsenal could beat these men for sure. Right? Newcastle now is a very dangerous side. We don't know how
But they don't have Rafa.
Right? I think Newcastle and Arsenal is a shambles at the moment. Right? So most of the Arsenal could win this game.
Yeah.
But there's Arsenal we're talking about.
True. But
anything could go.
I think Arsenal can use it as a confidence booster to start off the season with. As it is right now, Rafa Benitez isn't there. Their striker, Jose Perez, has left. Newcastle might be in a little out of shape. So I think this is a good opportunity for Arsenal to get that win that propels them forward for this new season.
And get those 3 points, right?
Yeah.
The last game for Sunday is Man United versus Chelsea. Right? And as I said to me, this is probably the big opening game for the beginning of the season.
I would say so. To me, the big opening game, the most exciting game of the season, of this opening weekend, is Leicester versus Wolves. But come Sunday, we will see which game was bigger and which was more exciting. I have my bets that that Leicester Wolves matchup might be a little bit more exciting than the Man U Chelsea matchup, which pits two ex-players turned managers against each other, which is quite interesting.
And all that, these teams need a reform, right? These teams need a overhaul. These teams overhauling themselves, right? And we got to see how Chelsea can play, knowing that you can't bring nobody for the 2 seasons.
But Chelsea doesn't need to buy anybody. Chelsea has an army of young players out on loan. And even as Jose Mourinho was saying, Chelsea doesn't have to look for a defender. They have Kurt Zouma. They have probably 2 or 3 players in every position out there somewhere on loan that they can use. They have Batshuayi on loan. They have like Tammy Abrams out on loan. There are a number of individuals that are out on loan that they can bring back in to strengthen their squad. So I don't feel that Chelsea should be making any excuses about not being able to sign players when they've been banned for signing too many. They simply have an army of young players out on loan.
That's true.
Recall players. So what you guys can do out there is you can comment below. You can also hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and let us know what match you think is going to be the biggest for the opening weekend. I have my money on Leicester versus Wolves. LeRon has his on Man U versus Chelsea. We will see.
We will see. Alright, okay guys, that will be the end of our
Premier League segment
for the day. If you all guys have any comments on our video today, you all guys can comment below or hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and we will reply to you. To any comments you all guys have available for us on our video today. And we're moving on to Fantasy League.
Alright, so you can just click the next video, or you can link it in the description for our Fantasy League show. Basically, where we go through how you play EPL Fantasy League, how you can pick the best teams, how you can manage your teams properly, any hot tips that we can give you, and how you can try to beat me at Fantasy League.
You never beat Jamal, you do good, so if you get Jamal beat, we'll be giving a rare prize for that. Or we'll be normally giving a rare prize for the normal Fantasy League, but beating Jamal is an extra thing because money on this take this very seriously.